Indeed, we are in the hollow of God's hands. I'm not really sure what is happening to me. I'm feeling somehow. By the time we reached home, my husband told me that I had a temperature. We checked the temperature and it was about 38.5 degrees. So I said, okay, we now started. But before then, that particular week, it was like people were complaining in my family. My children said, this one will say, I have pain. This one will say, my head is hurting me. And my husband said, treat these children for malaria. I said, okay. Along the line, he said, I too, I want to take. I said, okay, if that's the case, let 5 of us take. I brought drugs and we took it. On that day, 5 of us started the treatment. By 3 days after we had finished that, I said, okay, let me bring something for typhoid also. And we took it till that Sunday when I developed fever. Prior to that time, I had no problem. And that was how it was, on and off. Today, fever, tomorrow, none. The same for him, my twin brother. On the Saturday of it, because he got to a point, he was vomiting a lot, not able to take feeds. So on the Saturday of it, vomiting had subsided, everything had subsided, fever subsided, even on me. So 2 of us sat, we discussed from morning till evening. And at the end of the day, nothing. You know, we were rejoicing that God had delivered both of us because we couldn't understand that nature of illness. But Sunday took a turn for the worst. But I want to say from that day, the president continued to pray. Every night he would pray because I couldn't sleep at that time. Every 1 hour I would wake up. I couldn't really sleep. So he was constantly praying. Every night he would call and pray at length. And I think that was what really sustained me. Because days after that, it became very bad. It became so bad that I couldn't even, my breathing was horrible. I don't know what was happening. But he kept on praying. And I believe that it was that prayer that held me. And I also believe that the prayers of the saints in this church helped me. Because I realized that the unique women were seriously praying. A lot of people were calling me. Apostolic team members, even all the way from Abuja, were calling me from different places. And they were telling me, we are praying for you. So I knew that many people were praying. And I think that was what really saw me through at the end of the day. I would like my husband to say something before I finalize with one other testimony.
Amen.
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 Amen. Amen.
Living Word Ministries, we have a gift to celebrate our president. I'm someone who, I don't like to disturb any person. Like Sister Esther will call me in those days, he will say, this man is a Bakomi man. Leave him alone. I don't like, but this particular situation she was describing, okay. This particular situation you may not understand. You know, many a times when a patient comes, they will tell me, doctor, this is an attack. I'll look at the person, I'll laugh. I said, what do you mean by attack? He said, this is an attack. This is not just an ordinary illness. I never believed them until
the doctor experienced it.
Until I saw it myself, I said, what? You know, she was getting weaker. The fever was there. You think it has gone down. We did all sorts of tests, all sorts of screening. Everything was coming out normal. I said, what kind of a thing is this? And it was the same thing the twin brother was having. I termed it, well, that is a twin sickness. But at the end of the day, when the twin brother passed on and the news was broken to her, in fact, I didn't even know how I was going to handle her because it was so bad. So bad. She couldn't, at a point I would come and look at her, she's still breathing. Thank God she's still. You know, it was terrible. Until that night, that was around almost to 2 a.m. She just summoned strength and said, call the president. I said, what? President, by this time of the night? How can I call him? By this time, 2. I said, no, how? Can't we manage till morning? I don't need to do. He said, call the president. I picked up the phone. Unfortunately, I've exhausted all the credits in the phone that he knew. The phone that I had, I'm sure he doesn't know about it. I said, if I call him now, he may not know I'm the one. Is he going to pick? Well, I called him. Surprisingly, he picked and said, who is it? I said, wow. I told him, he said, He said, put it into her hair, put the phone against her ear. I put it, and he prayed and prayed and prayed. People of God, immediately after the end of that prayer, that fever, I checked her temperature, it stopped. That fever that refused to stop for many days, that fever disappeared instantly.
But in all, the most important thing was that he started praying. He spoke to me that day. He didn't start praying immediately. As he was talking, strength was coming in. As he was talking, strength was coming in. And at the end of the day, it was like I was very strong. He started praying, and I was praying at the same time. I said, God, this is truly a man of God.